always done, I always convert my pain to my prosperity. Every business I've started is about a personal problem I had that I felt that other people are the same, and I turned it into a business.
So I want you to pause right there, because that is a whole nugget. And you even opened with this, like in the beginning of the interview, when you talked about how you identified that there weren't systems that did everything and it was a problem. Yeah. So you guys who are looking for something to start, you have no clue on how to start it. Like, what problems are you having right now? What problem, to those who are listening and those who are watching, what problem do you have right now going through your journey? Think about it. Like, is it a resource issue? Is it a systems issue? Yeah. What issue are you having that is like getting on your nerves? Can you solve that problem?
What if I told you for $1, I will introduce you to hundreds of entrepreneurs every single morning this week? From all across the country, you'll be able to talk to hundreds of entrepreneurs, and I'll coach you. I'll coach you for $1 this whole week, and I'll introduce you to some of my successful friends for $1 this week. Would you take part in that? Well, go to themorningmeetup.com, because that's exactly what we're doing here, okay? The only organization that gathers entrepreneurs every single day for the betterment of entrepreneurship, okay? Every single day, Monday through Friday, we gather, we're growing, we're learning. We got a book club. Have you ever seen hundreds of entrepreneurs reading the same book every single chapter, every single day? We're growing together, okay? You need the environment to grow in. Themorningmeetup.com, $1. I'm gonna give you all of this for $1. If you wanna stay, great. It's $79 a month after that. If not, no obligation. You can leave whenever you want. All right? themorningmeetup.com. I'll see you in the morning. All right. Welcome to another edition of the Social Proof Podcast, where we find dope people that did dope stuff. And today's no different. But we have Donnie Wiggins here too. So we at least want to find out how her day is going, because if we don't ask her, Lord knows. How you doing, Donnie?
I'm doing well, Shans. I've had an amazing day and an amazing week, and we'll keep it short. Amazing.
Is that it?
Let me think about this. So I could go on. No, but I've had an incredible last 7 days. Really, really busy, really productive. I'm in that process now of training my closest team members. So that can be a little bit challenging sometimes when you're super busy and you have to stop and take time to actually train. But it's also exciting because your team is growing. So
sure. Absolutely. That's awesome.
How was your week?
It was absolutely amazing. Just laser focus. My weeks are getting monotonous in the sense of I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again because I have a play to run. Mm-hmm. I have a focus. There's some activity that needs to happen over and over and over again for a long period of time, and I'll reach my goal. So I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm not searching for anything. I'm just doing what I need to do.
And before we bring it back to our featured guest, Abraham, I think it's important.
Uyi. Uyi, right?
Uyi Abraham. Either one is fine. Uyi. See, she got it right.
Uyi.
Yeah.
I think it's important because obviously everybody who's watching on YouTube will notice that we've got a little bit of a different setup.
Yeah. And so we're listening to the comments. Well, nobody ever said anything, but so this week I was watching some of the podcasts, just as we do, and I saw the guests look at Donnie, and then I asked a question, and they got to look at me, and then while they're looking at me, Donnie's like over there, just over there. And I was like, man, y'all got my sister on the island, ain't nobody talking to her, and then they'll come back to you, and then they'll come back to me, and then she's just over there. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that to my sister. We're going to set up a different setup for all my podcasters. No more putting guests in the middle, because now it's just a linear conversation.
So.
For the record, you guys, I was not about this middle seat action, okay?
Yeah,
Uyi.
That's how you gotta say it now. Uyi. Was that Trey Songz? What song was that?
Uyi.
What song was
That's definitely a Trey Songz ad-lib.
They don't even know. They're not even sure.
They're definitely a Trey Songz ad-lib.
Yeah. Me saying it like that, it's like people really gonna remember your name.
They're gonna remember.
You're gonna be in the streets.
Uyi. How was your week?
It was amazing. And I'm just so Excited to be here. It's going to be awesome today.
No. What was so amazing about your week?
Just working on Vonza and just trying to grow our team and help and serve people, It's just, I just love doing that, I'm trying to do something really, really, really cool. So,
okay.
Yeah, so I stay busy, but I love the things I do.
Gotcha. All right, so we're going to jump straight into it, man. So you have a all-in-one membership course, funnel, email, affiliate platform.
Yes.
Wow.
Sounds like a lot. First off, why did you decide to do this?
That's a very good question. So I've been a coach. My first online course was in 2010. So I've been around for a while. So as a coach and also a course creator, so I found myself in the frustration of using so many different tools. So I need one for email, one for marketing, one for SMS, one for courses, one for website. Then try to use Zapier to try to tie it together and team. It's just frustrating. So one day I was like, why is there not one good and simple platform that will help me to run my entire online business in one place instead of being all over the place, And I researched, there were kind of few out there that were doing certain things, but there was not any true, complete, all-in-one platform that gave me all the tools I need to run my businesses online. And so it was out of that frustration, that led me to found Vonza.com to be a true, complete, all-in-one platform to run your business online. And interestingly, I started working on this in 2018. And at the time, a lot of people were saying, why don't you just focus on one thing? Why try to do so many things? But I'm like, for an entrepreneur, my one thing is to run my business online. My one thing is not using 20 different tools to run my business. That's not simple. So why is there not a one thing? That was in 2018, And looking at the way technology have evolved as well, we have a man in the moon, we have self-driving cars, and still there's not a one simple and powerful all-in-one platform. Something was wrong. That did not make sense to me. So, and I've always been that person that, every business I've started came from my personal problems. So I've always turned my problems into prosperity, my problems into business, So that was a problem I had. And I started talking with some other entrepreneurs and coaches and course creators. And I found out that many people have the same problem. But part of the concern they had was that, can one platform really do it well? But then we've seen, Kajabi, Katra, GrooveFunnels, and the other ones.
Katra does a lot, right? I'm not familiar.
Yeah, Katra is like Kajabi as well. It's a kind of all-in-one platform in that space, GrooveFunnels, But the truth is that none of them do it like Vonza.
How long you been doing it?
Since 2018.
2018. How much money do you think you've invested in platform?
At least $1 million of my personal
about
money.
$1 million putting into it.
Yeah. I put $1 million
Did you get
because...
a loan?
No. When you're black, it's hard to get a loan for business. Yeah.
And where you from?
Nigeria.
Yeah. We be charting in Nigeria too, so they gonna love this.
They gonna love this one.
Yeah, all the Nigerians, Africans, you guys, say hi. Yeah, and Donnie is single too, so I want one of my Nigerian prince. So one of my Nigerian prince, you gotta be a millionaire because she got high tech. She got a Rolex right now. I want one of my Nigerian princes to.
I am about the Nigerian prince life for sure.
You seem real princessish.
I can absolutely get Nigerian prince. Because
the prince and then the wife, and eventually when the father passes, the prince gets to be king.
Yeah.
And then the wife is a queen.
And then Nigerian royalty, they're able to wear low-cut dresses still, so you don't have to be so, unsexy. So I'm all about the Nigerian princess palace life. Let's get it.
Wow. Do you know some kings and queens?
Of course. I'm from Nigeria.
You know royalty?
Of course.
Shall we visit Nigeria?
Of course.
Tell me about that culture, though. Like, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, Nigeria is a very interesting place,
Yeah.
If you are from the royal part of it, wealth, oil, you got a lot of money. But if you're not, you're poor, right? So there's no medium place. It's either you're rich or you're poor. So you see a lot of the poverty part on TV, on
Rich or
social
poor?
media.
There's no, you're doing all right?
No, there's no, there's no SSI, there's no social security, there's no stimulus checks, there is no unemployment, there is no social service whatsoever. So if you're broke,
on your own.
If you're broke, you're really, really poor.
Wow.
But if you're wealthy, you're really, really wealthy. So
you could get a job working for somebody and they pay you equivalent to a six-figure job.
But it's hard. The government does not really support entrepreneurship like in America.
Okay.
Like in America, one of the ways to be rich is to start a business.
Yeah.
Right? You can start with zero, you can get a loan, you can get credit cards, You can get a credit card over there,
No credit cards?
There's no credit?
No, but if you're wealthy, you might get one from your bank, maybe like kind of a secured card, something like that.
But you can't just fix your credit and say, I'm going to get
No, there's no credit system.
So
there's no credit system.
Credit is based off of how much money you have.
How much money you have in the bank, or you have a good job, or you got some collateral.
Please excuse my ignorance, but I had no idea.
Yeah. And I do missions trip every year, so maybe you guys should come with me on one of
when's
those.
the next one?
Probably sometime this year.
I got to say something really, really quickly, completely sidebar. I now understand how the guests feel. I am like this and this and then back over here. I don't want to leave David out over here.
You don't have to leave me out. It's okay. I'm still locked in.
I'm like, goodness. So in Nigeria, were you rich or poor?
I was very, very poor.
Okay.
Yeah. When I was about 6 years old, my parents separated and divorced. So I was raised by my grandma. And one of my biggest pain today, kind of get a little emotional, was that she didn't live long enough to see me succeed to take care of her, So my grandma raised every one of us in the family. I ate chicken maybe twice a year, Christmas and Easter.
Is that because?
Because we couldn't afford a chicken, right?
That's like that's a reward.
Like a boiled egg, right? I don't ever recall eating a full boiled egg except when I was sick.
What?
Because an egg you got to split into 4 or 5 places, a yolk of egg and share. Yeah, so that was how bad it was, So when I came to America...
So, I'm sorry, so what did you eat? What was a normal diet?
There's a food with fufu, eba... Fufu is like yam, like mashed potato, but a little bit harder with soup. And it was really luck. There was a lot of poverty growing up. I walked miles to school and stuff like that. That's why I get car crazy today because, I walk miles to school out of all of that. So, it's kind of getting me a little bit emotional today.
Take your time.
Yeah. So when I came to America, when I started eating chicken, and people, I go to Popeyes or KFC and I eat the chicken, I eat the bones in the chicken. They'll be like, you should leave some bones. I'm like, you don't understand. Like, wow. Chicken was like something
so
really
crazy?
Special. That's why a lot of Africans, they eat bones.
Jesus.
If you ever ate with an African
wow.
that grew up in Africa, it's hard for us to leave the bones, except if you're born with wealth.
Yeah.
But for most of us, we have to eat the bones.
What's crazy is that the images that they show us primarily, and I think as time goes on, we get to see more and more images of what it looks like in Africa, especially like Ghana, Nigeria, places like that. But you would imagine that there's just, based on what we see on TV, there's just chickens running around all over the place. You just go outside and catch one and bring it in for dinner. And obviously knowing what I know now growing up, obviously I'm grown, I know that that's not the truth, but that's not the truth. Like you don't just run outside and grab your...
No, you got to buy the chicken, right? You have to be able to buy the chicken so you can cook it, right? So just imagine a place where some Nigerians are going to kind of get on me on this. They're going to be like, "Oh, you're trying to tell everybody how bad it was." No, there's good and the bad. The beautiful parts in Nigeria, But I really have a passion to really help people back there because I know how bad it was for me and how bad it is for people right there. Like in America, there's poverty here. But many times, you don't really see that much because of the social programs, stimulus check, unemployment, SSI, food stamp. Can you imagine if there's no food stamp in America? The level of hunger and poverty that people will have here. So just imagine in a country where there's nothing whatsoever.
Wow.
No jobs, no money, no electricity. Like, you know what I'm saying? No electricity, bad roads, poverty, crime.
Yeah.
So,
Yo, you're now painting a picture. We joke a lot, not joke, but you see people come to America and they build these super successful businesses,
Yeah.
right? Because the opportunity isn't over there. You can't just go have an idea and start a business.
exactly.
Right? You can't just go like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna go to the store, buy 100 pack of candy and sell the candy for more than, you know what I mean? Like, you just don't do that there, right?
You could do that, but you can't. Like, I started off my business with nothing. I came with $100, right? But I was able to.
How'd you get here? How'd you get here?
I came here because, excuse me. So one of my way to get out of poverty was through education. That's what my grandma told me. So I was studying to be a medical doctor, right? So I came here to come to medical school, but I dropped out of medical school to pursue entrepreneurship. So I was able to start my business with a credit card, right?
So you came to America to go to school.
To go to school, yeah.
And while you were here, were you like dreaming of America? Like, yo, I heard you can get a credit card over there and they'll just give me the money.
I really don't know much about credit card, but I just thought that coming was going to give me a better life, you know. I was able to be a medical doctor and also escape poverty. You know, that was my biggest dream.
Got you. So you get over here, $100.
Yeah.
And you're in school.
And a suitcase of clothes, yeah.
And a suitcase of clothes. And I'm guessing the school lets you do like room and board or whatever, right? They just house you.
I was staying with my dad for a while.
Your dad was here?
My dad is here, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was your dad doing?
He works for Terminix.
Terminix?
Yeah.
Got you. Okay, so you staying with your dad. Everything's good. It's chicken everywhere. You can go to McDonald's for $1 and get a chicken sandwich. Just like amazing.
It was incredible, man. I was like, wow. And I added so much weight because when I came out, I was so skinny. So when I saw food in America, I'm like, man, they got food here. I just like eating so much, man.
You
like,
go to the mall, they give it away.
They give you samples of chicken.
Oh, his buddy's like, yo, they're giving the chicken away.
They are giving the chicken on a stick.
I know.
How convenient.
I used to feel bad when I go to like KFC. That was my very first place I went to eat. I used to feel so bad to eat like chicken and leave, just kind of eat a little bit and leave, just eat a little bit and leave it. I'm like, come on, you're wasting food.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
I wish I could ship some of this back to Africa. You know?
Are you still that way?
Man.
I'm getting better. I used to feel, I struggled for a long time seeing like a fridge full. You know, I struggled for a long time.
Okay, thanks.
You know, so I struggled for a long time seeing like a fridge like full of stuff. I was feeling guilty.
That was you know what's going on at home.
Yeah.
I felt guilty. I felt really bad. I felt guilty. I felt like, man, I'm not supposed to be having all this to myself. So I had to fight all of that mentally.
Yo, we are so we're at a disadvantage in America. And I know Nigerians wouldn't agree, but the fact that it is in abundance, there's no reason to like grind or work. I can go to the mall and get free chicken. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's not as we don't have that fight.
We can scrape up $1 from we can go to a fountain outside of a public place, grab $1 and 10 cents and go to the nearest McDonald's or Wendy's and get some chicken nuggets.
In college, my thought wasn't, how do I make enough money to eat today? My thing was, how do I make enough money to smoke? How can I get like a little dime bag or something like that? And I'm calling people. That was the grind.
Yeah.
Food was covered.
Food was covered. That's crazy. Okay, so you're in this new land.
Yeah.
Right? $100.
Yeah.
What do we do? Do we get a job while we're in school? Or
Yeah, I did. I worked. My first job was at Lowe's Theater. It was like at $6.15 an hour.
Lowe's Theater?
Lowe's Theater. I don't know if it's in Georgia, but it's in Texas.
What is it?
It's a theater, movie theater.
Movie theater. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So that was my first job, and it was, oh my God.
This was 2002.
This was 2002, 22.
Okay.
Oh my God. It was so bad. I'm just making all my confessions out here. It was so bad that, I was so hungry that that after like
Eating
moving.
the popcorn.
I did all of that for a
Were
little
you in
while.
the theater going in there picking up the
Some
popcorn?
people
and
don't
stuff?
eat their food. They just buy the
Yo.
food, nachos and cheese and stuff.
And you're like, this is good food.
I used to help myself a little bit, before my money started picking up. So anybody that came to that theater and you didn't eat your food, thank you so much.
Wow.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it was that bad.
Wow, I'm talking
initially.
like cleaning up. You're like, yo, it's a half-eaten hot dog. I need parts.
Some people don't even touch it. Really? Yeah.
Wow.
So I gotta ask. So are you single?
I'm married.
You're married.
Mm-hmm.
Are you married to an American?
Yeah. Nigerian American, but she was born.
Okay. When you were dating before you got married and you're out at dinner or somewhere with food and you would see her or whoever leave food on their plate, was that like a turn off for you?
I felt like they were wasting food. I really felt so. And things was, even when we're dating, my first car was a Joe Metro. I bought it for $600. And I had to do a payment plan because I was making $6.15. And that car was so anointed, right? Because the car would overheat every few minutes. So I have to always have gallons of water and gallons of oil. Because every time it could overheat and I gotta let it cool down and put some water and also put, oil on it. Because it will leak oil every single day. Wow. On my very first date, the car overheated and I was late. And, it's just crazy, And even on our wedding, I couldn't afford the wedding, nothing in the wedding.
So on your very first date with your wife, your car overheated. And you're out here with this gallon of water and this gallon of oil.
Yeah.
Now you drive.
Oh, while she's in the car.
No. I met her at, where we went to eat.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, okay. So she didn't see this.
No, she didn't see that.
Ooh, did she ever experience it? Did you ever have to ride together and do that?
Yeah, about 2 times.
So now she overly appreciates the Bentley, the Rolls Royce.
And that's why I spoiled her today.
The Mercedes.
Because when I saw her and I knew that she was my wife, right? I told her that she should stick with me. I was going to retire her before she was 30. I was going to take her around the world. I was going to be a millionaire. I was going to make sure she had a great life. Even though at the time, the highest I was making at just was probably $8 an hour. And I had a car that would overheat, but she said yes. Our wedding, we could not even afford it. The only thing I could afford was our wedding dress. I bought it on eBay for $50. And I used $25 to dry clean it. Then I also bought the suit for $100 at K&G. That's the only thing we could afford on our wedding. So our moms came up and, foot the bill to the wedding. Wow. But she still said yes.
And when you got married, you must have had some good games, man. Like you must have just some good.
Something.
The
okay, now see where you're going.
Good show. Good show. Right?
Oh my God.
Anyway. So when you were getting married, where were you making $8 an hour at the time you got married?
Yeah, $8 and maybe some change an hour.
Gotcha. And what was she doing?
She was working a job. She just finished a bachelor's degree. Yeah, it was probably $12, $13 an hour.
Cool. And how long ago was that? What year is that?
2004.
2004.
So it didn't take you long after you got here to find you one and get married.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so when did the first big break happen?
Probably about 7 years ago.
So we're in 2021.
Yeah.
That's 2013, 2014?
Yeah. When I say first big break, like doing the first $100,000 a year.
Okay.
In 2014.
Was it always with Vonza?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had a Christian University, Higher Place Christian University. So that was probably my first big $100,000 a year. Then my second one was tax business. I own tax offices. And from there, I just started reinvesting my money into car rentals, restaurants, courses.
You own a restaurant right now?
I don't anymore.
Not anymore.
I used to.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna get through that journey because you had a t-shirt printing company, right?
T-shirt printing.
Because we went to lunch. Now I'm trying to think. Did I finish all my food? Did he feel like I was?
I think you took some. No, I think you took some.
I took it to go. Okay,
he's always gonna take
this guy. Yes, I'm appreciative of what God has given me. Okay, so before the $100,000 a year. Yeah. Like there's some time in there, right?
Yeah.
So how did you get to having a Christian university?
Yeah, so I've always operated by a model. When I have a problem, right, I always think if other people have the same problems and see if I can solve it for them. So we're trying to go up. So my wife finished with her bachelor's. Then she went to one of these schools to get a master's degree. And it set us back about $54,000 in student loan debt. And she couldn't find a job. So one day I was just sitting down, I was like, man, imagine just this student loan that will never be forgiven. And now she can't find a job and stuff like that.
And what year is this?
That was 2009.
Where you're having this conversation with yourself.
With myself, yeah. And I was having that conversation with myself, So I feel like this is a problem. There are some people, I'm a Christian, that want a Christian-based education, such as my wife. They need that education and that degree to their name, but they don't want to go spend 4 years in a traditional school. And also, too, they want something more affordable that is not going to put them in student loan debt of $54,000. Mm-hmm. And so that was really how the school started. So I started researching how to get theological-based accreditation and classes.
So you get the certification to be...
Accreditation. We're not regionally accredited, but we have a theological-based accreditation. So that means we can...
Oh, but do you go to college for that? Or is it
No.
You apply for it.
Yeah, you have to apply for it, yeah.
Is it a course that you take?
No, it's just like there are different type of accreditation bodies in America. Mm-hmm. So most schools that are famous, big schools, they have regional accreditation.
Right, so you went to school for that?
No, you don't have to
go to school. You just apply?
Yeah, you just apply.
And you say, okay, I want to be accredited to teach people.
Yeah, to offer degrees and stuff. And then based on the type of degrees you want to offer, right? So if you want to offer let's say medicine, biology, stuff like that, you have to go for regional accreditation. It's a long process. But that's not what I went for. I went for the theological-based one. So people that want to offer Bible studies, theology, stuff like that,
You have to take a test for that?
No, you don't have to.
So it's just you studying the Bible and you're saying, yo, I'm going to get this, this.
Well,
I don't know how to say the word, accreditation or whatever.
Accreditation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to apply for this accreditation to be able to give people a degree in a particular area.
Exactly.
But you weren't the instructor.
I was one of them.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
So, wait.
That's what I'm getting at.
Whoa, so there's no requirement, there's no prerequisite to be able to go out and officiate someone?
No, you have to. You have to have doctors and professors, right? But I could teach any course that is not...
You have a doctorate at this point?
I have at this point. No, at that point I did not. But I went later on, right?
That's crazy.
So,
this sounds really pull up.
But if you see...
come qualified.
Right.
No, but if you see, that's one of the best things about America. And it's a lot of things that people don't know, right? People don't understand that you can start a university. You don't need a degree to start a university. And you can teach courses. But of course, every school have its own qualifications. Some schools, they require you to have a master's degree. Some schools require you to have a PhD program, a PhD to your name. But some schools with a bachelor's degree, you can teach certain courses. So you don't need to have a PhD to teach in a university. People don't know that. And anybody can start a university, but it all depends on what program you're offering that will determine how much it's going to cost you to do that. If you want to start a school to train doctors or lawyers, you're going to have millions of dollars. But you can start with a technical school, theology school. So there are different ways to go.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. It's coming together in my mind. You get accredited to be able to get people their degree.
Yeah.
Simply because you have a bachelor's, you qualify.
So, no.
You didn't even have okay. This is crazy.
Sounds like no study was involved.
Okay, so yes.
No.
So I can literally, let me just ask you this. So I'm not a videographer or a photographer, but I can go get the accreditation to start my own university.
Yeah.
In this university, I teach videography.
Yeah.
And if someone's willing to pay me, then I can collect that money.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. But you see...
And you just happen to do it in...
But you see, there's a big opportunity there, though, because online education is so big. It's over $315 billion right now here. And there's not a lot of Black founders in the online education field because people feel like you need so much. It sounds so big. But when you know the game, you know the game. So I figure out the game on how to do it. So anybody right now can start their own university if you follow the process to do that. You don't need a degree, you don't need this and that. But it all depends also too on what kind of programs you want to offer.
That's lit.
That determines the type of accreditation that you get.
Gotcha. And you went into theology.
Because that was the easiest one to do.
Easiest one. So you look low key at the moment. I mean, not using the word false prophet, but you could be.
Why
right?
you say that?
Because if somebody didn't really say they're teaching some other doctrine, right? Mm-hmm. If somebody's willing to pay for that, you can start a university, whether it's good or not. How do they regulate that?
So that's where the accreditation comes. So in America, right, accreditation system is not controlled by the government. It's a peer-based system. So it's more of an accountability system. Wow. That's what people don't know. So it's an accountability system. So once you're accredited, so you are only accredited to offer certain programs. So that means they've seen your curriculum, your classes, everything that you're offering. And so, okay, this is good enough. The standard is good enough to be able to educate certain students.
I think David is missing the piece of, I get it, you can put a curriculum together. So I can go and get accredited tomorrow for theology school, and I give a nice looking curriculum, but there's nothing that says I've actually studied that material and I'm qualified to teach it. I would think it's kind of like opening a hair salon. So you have, as an owner, I can just open the hair salon, but I can't do hair. I have to have licensed stylists. So is there no profession?
No, just like any school, right? Like even Harvard, right? Harvard could have, not every teacher or instructor in Harvard have a PhD.
Right.
Some might have a master's, some might even have a bachelor's degree. Some might just be, anybody can teach in Harvard though. You know that? Anybody can teach in Harvard. What was I listening to recently that taught in Harvard? Anybody can teach in Harvard. You can teach in Harvard to teach videography or podcast in Harvard. You don't need to have special degrees. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You're right, because I saw some of our influencer friends who actually taught a business course at Harvard. And even took a 90-day business course or something short term.
Wow.
At Harvard.
This is awesome. Yeah. You know what?
Yeah. You're so good at what you do in your podcast. It's just about somebody just recommending you or somebody saying you, and you can teach a course in Harvard. You don't need to have a degree to teach it.
What cleared it up is you said it's the peer-to-peer accountability. If it's not good, obviously no one's going to come to your school.
Yeah.
But you started it. So how was it? How was the business?
It was really great, man, because we were offering solution to people that normally don't want to go do 4 years in traditional schools, and they want a theological-based degree to their name. And so that was really my first break, my first 100K. And then I was able to invest it into some other businesses to now doing Vonza today.
Congrats. How was the marketing?
For the school?
Yeah,
it was really awesome.
You marketed it? How'd you do it? How'd you market it?
Social media, word of mouth, our church and everything.
So were most of your students also Nigerian, or were you also attracting Americans?
Mostly Americans.
Mostly Americans?
Mostly, 90% today.
Bro. Wow. And what state were you in doing this?
Texas, and in Georgia as well.
Wow.
Let's start a school, Dottie.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's very
we don't even need nothing.
We got everything.
We got everything.
We got everything we need. So I have a university, 6-figure EDU.
You do have a university. But it's not, is it accredited?
It's not accredited. So you have me over here wheel spinning.
Again, though, maybe this
I didn't even know that was a thing.
But your peer-to-peer game is crazy. People, you get results.
Yeah,
so.
But again, the accreditation in America. Now, in Nigeria, right, what I did here in America, I couldn't do it over there. Because some other countries, the government controls the accreditation system. But in America, the government does not. But what it does is that it recognizes the 7 regional accreditation bodies, which are private individuals. We can just come together and say, okay, we want to create a university for videography. And we're going to get some other people to accredit it. We can form an accreditation body. Because accreditation in America is quality standard. Somebody or some group organization vouching for the quality of your program. That's really what it is.
It's just now click. Yo, can we get them some chairs, Joe? It's just now clicking that America is the land of opportunity.
Exactly.
It's all making sense now.
That is what I'm trying to say. It's a land of opportunities. And if you just kind of find out certain things, you'll be amazed.
I'm also, though, really concerned that we place so much emphasis on college level and university level schools being accredited and paying even more money for that when it's not even... Why?
I would much rather take 6-figure EDU.
Yeah.
Right.
Much rather.
And that was the opportunity for our school, right? Because we had a lot of people that, they got their bachelor's, for example, they $40,000 in debt, can't find no job. They will come out smarter. And now they see a different type of school that was online, that good quality program that was relevant to what they want to learn about. So that was the opportunity for us. And that's why the school have done millions of dollars today because of that opportunity, right? So
we've done M's.
Yeah, because part of our selling point is this, right? And if you want a theological-based education, right, why are you going to go spend 4 years in a school when you graduate, you don't remember 90% of what you were taught?
That's a fact.
More than 90%.
Right? You don't remember because they teach you things that are not relevant to what you care about, right? But when you come to our school and that's what you care about is streamlined, is self-paced, and good quality program, and it's more affordable. Pay as you go.
So the entrepreneurial thing going in.
So that's what I've always done. I always combine my pain to my prosperity. Every business I've started is about a personal problem I had that I felt that other people are the same, and I turned it into a business.
So I want you to pause right there because that is a whole nugget. And you even opened with this, like in the beginning of the interview when you talked about how you identified that there weren't systems that did everything and it was a problem. Yeah. So you guys who are looking for something to start, you have no clue on how to start it. Like, what problems are you having right now? What problem, to those who are listening and those who are watching, what problem do you have right now going through your journey? Think about it. Like, is it a resource issue? Is it a systems issue?
Yeah.
What issue are you having that is like getting on your nerves? Can you solve that problem?
Wow, yo, this is super dope. And so you have success with the university. You still have the university,
I
right?
still do, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And you started a whole bunch of other stuff, right?
A lot.
A lot because
maybe too much.
Right? Because you see all this opportunity.
Pain equals to opportunity. When I saw a pain, I see an opportunity to serve people and to make money.
That's a gift and a curse, though, because the gift is I see the opportunity and I'll go at it. The curse is you understanding, we eat chicken twice a year. I'm going to get every opportunity, which ultimately...
I'm getting everything.
Yeah, like you spread yourself thin.
A little bit, yeah. So that's why when I started Vonza, I said like selling businesses and shutting down businesses, right? I used to even have a dealership.
Yes, you hear that? Say it again. When you started Vonza, you started shutting businesses down.
Yeah, because
this is the season that he's in right now. You're talking real.
Down.
The law of focus, right? So I had several. I had to kill many businesses that were doing well. I was doing at least $100,000 to $200,000 a year from car rental. I was doing another $50,000, $70,000 from my car dealership. I shut it down. I shut my t-shirt business down. I shut down things that were not really exciting anymore. Or this one thing that helped me too was to not sacrifice my long-term gain for my short-term, my long-term play for my short-term gain. You get what I'm saying?
So don't sacrifice the long-term play for the short-term gain.
Exactly. So the little $100,000, $200,000 a year was cool, but I want to be a billionaire. So the fastest way to do it was going to be through my software company. So anything that was not going to contribute or take time away from that, I just started killing them and investing that money into Vonza to help it to grow.
Yeah, that's been the topic of conversation between me and Donnie for like the last 3 weeks. We just kind of go back and forth with focus, identifying the target, and any opportunity that exists outside of what we're running towards is no longer an opportunity.
It's a distraction.
Absolutely.
Do you know what kind of hustle and mindset you have to come here with $100?
Yeah.
Chicken is a treat. And now you're running a multi-million-dollar software company. Like where did that grind, that grit come from?
Pain and hunger.
For sure.
Pain and hunger. And also
Like, did you read a book? Was there?
Oh, yeah. I think I'm a good learner, right? This year I've invested a lot of money on coaching, but I've always been a good learner. I observe and I try to learn and I try to see what I can learn from certain people, right? So it just dawned on me that, and also too, because I didn't have a lot of money starting out. So if you don't have financial equity, you got to have sweat equity. So I overworked myself till I became an workaholic.
Got you.
I'm a recovering workaholic now. Trying to take at least one day off a week is still hard for me.
Yeah.
But I just had to work and try to, because I still have family back home in Africa. I still have over 100 people I feed every month in Africa. I have a wife.
You feed over 100 people?
Yeah, every month in Africa. I have an orphanage home back there. I have family I take care of. I have a mom. Then also to have a wife that I told to marry me when I had nothing that was going to make her life great. And I had to make sure she's comfortable. So those things help to push my passion to develop myself, to be better, to produce, And somewhere along the line, I don't know, God just kind of made me weird. I do things that are kind of unusual, for maybe a Black man or for a Nigerian, Starting university at 28 years old. That's crazy. Starting Vonza, first Black-owned SAAS company, 2 years ago. SAAS, Software as a Service.
Software as a Service, yep.
Okay. That's crazy. There's something else.
And first off, I knew that already, but I knew the audience that I did.
How does the audience typically read that?
I'm willing to sacrifice myself for people to think that I'm ignorant so that the audience gets the message.
Okay.
And I don't sound like a know-it-all.
So,
but honestly, though, I like when you do that, though, because it really helps people to understand.
I want you to answer the question.
The guest to answer.
I want you to answer the question.
Oh yeah, software as a service.
Yeah.
Anyway, proceed.
Yeah, so software as a service, And now one of the things I'm doing now, because of another pain I had, was it was just so hard to raise money for Vonza. You're Black-owned, you're African, they don't typically give us money to run it, So
I got to stop you
reinvest all my money back into it.
Being Nigerian, you just said it was tough to get invested into. Did you have to deal with the stigma of Nigerians are scammers?
Yeah.
I gotta say, because Donnie, y'all not gonna believe. So Donnie asked, she asked that before he came, when he came, and I think, well, maybe she said it or I said it, but I was like, oh, why would you know? Because especially in Atlanta, right? The Nigerians, they get a section, a bottle, and they
you can find them in the club.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a section with bottles random?
Were you ever
random
iced
IG
out?
models?
No.
Bottles, bro.
Maybe you can send me some of them because I might take some investors instead of putting that money in the club.
Got bread.
I know.
Scammers got bread. Did you have to deal with that though? Like people just stereotyping you as a scammer or a con artist?
Yeah, all the time. Really? Also too with the accent as well. So
you don't trust it.
People, the accent make people try to feel like you're not smart, you're not qualified to do certain things. So there's a lot of, I suffer from double racism. Black and my accent.
Black and Nigerian.
Black Nigerian accent,
Double racism. Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Yeah. There are certain times, certain conversations, certain opportunities. I just put my wife, at least she have an American accent, You just make life easier, So it's just part of the game. But I just try to not let any of those things stop me because somehow God just wired me where I think too big, So I just try to, let people just, underrate me or they want to and just prove myself over time,
I definitely want to get into the journey of becoming a what's it called? In the space of tech. What's it called?
Tech.
Don't try to play me, Daddy.
Techie?
No, not techie, but becoming a
techpreneur.
Maybe, yeah. So okay,
we'll roll with that.
Yeah, let's go with it. Because it's hard and it's tough. You said you put in $1 million cash of your own bread.
Yeah, in 2 years. Yeah,
over 2 years, which means you really, really believe.
Yeah.
in your product. But so what was the process? I have an idea.
Yeah.
What do I do next?
So also too, I code a little bit, but I'm not a very good coder. So I went to these online marketplaces where you can find developers, engineers, and stuff. The first group of people, they scammed me. My first engineers, they were from India. Yeah, they scammed me over 100K.
How they scam you? How?
Yeah, the Upwork, is a popular marketplace where you found these people. So they were supposed to do the prototype. So after 6 months, what they did was crap. So when I asked for them to make it better, they just disappeared from the face of the earth. And I was already over $100,000 in. So
it was on the app or off the app of Upwork?
It was off. That was part of the mistake too. Because part of what they told me was that, Upwork charges like 20%. Mm-hmm. So they said, well, you're trying to build something really big. It's going to be very, very costly, right? But if we work with you outside of the app, right, we're going to give you a better deal and you can help us save that 20%. And that was an error on my part.
Yeah. So the Upwork has like the insurance kind of in there.
Yeah.
And you pay after they've completed the job.
Work.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you go to Upwork, you get scammed.
Yeah. So I took by a month or two after I grieved losing that money. Mm-hmm. So I would not give up because I believe so much that entrepreneurs deserve to have simplicity in their business. Mm-hmm. Instead of using so many tools, they should have one tool to run their business, So what I did was I went back to Upwork, now I got smarter, and I was able to kind of find better engineers that I need. So that was
on the app, didn't you? You kept that one on the app, didn't you?
Yeah, I kept it on the app,
Hey, we got to deal with the 20%, fam.
Yeah, but now they work for me now. But at least for a year, I kept them there to kind of build that relationship. Then all my engineering team, they all work for me now. So that was how I did. I just built a team of engineers and this is what I want to do. I want to build $1 billion software company, right? I want to build a company that will change the world, that will make a difference. And so I want you to come on the journey with me. And they've been with me now for close to 2 years now.
Wow, amazing. All right, so how's it going? Like how many?
It's going pretty good. So we officially a year and 2 months old now. So we have about 10,000 users on Vonza.
Amazing.
Yeah, not all paying. We have about 1,000 paying customers, but 10,000 accounts on Vonza, which is really good. And we're just trying to grow and trying to get the word out there and publicity.
So crazy because you booked me to speak at an event.
Yeah.
I don't know who you all were. And I saw the name Vonza and I didn't even know it was a play to promote the software because nobody ever told me about the software. And I think that could have been even more impactful because as a speaker, I could have been able to tailor my message to, okay, this is a play for, us to get more users on.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate you booking me though. So that was cool. I'm sorry. I don't even know where that came from. But go ahead.
Yeah. So
maybe I was saying that because to let them know that I'm available for book. How did I do that? How was it? Money well spent.
That was good. That was
good. It was powerful. Okay. So info at David Never Sleeps, just DM me. Go ahead.
That was good. Yeah. So we started building it, but part of the challenge we have, so to speak, is that the concept of Vonza is so modern. It's like a revolution. Now you're trying to train people on how to do their business better. Because the old way of doing business online is to use multiple different tools and use Zapier and a team and try to tie it all together, right? All the famous business coaches and speakers, we say, use this and use that and use it and use it. Then somebody just starting business, they just get confused and overwhelmed, like too many things to use, So the new way now we're trying to tell people is that there's a better way to run your business online. There's a simpler way to run your business online. And it's not the old way of all these different tools in several places. It's to have your entire online business in one single dashboard. And this software is good enough, simple enough, and powerful enough to run your entire business. Like, for example, your website. You want to sell courses, e-commerce, physical product, digital product, ebooks, funnels and stuff. And it's not just overwhelming just on the platform. It's so simply designed whereby if you need certain tools, it's right there for you. And 3 things it really does for the entrepreneur. 1 is, of course, simplicity. But some people say like complications, but simplicity. But 2 is cheaper. Why? Because it's cheaper to pay for 1 tool than to pay for 10 different tools, right? And 3, no tech broken integrations, which you deal with when you do with plugins and all this other different techy stuff, but just have 1 simple platform to run your business online. So it's a really very new way of thinking. And even though there have been some others in the space that have been kind of doing something similar, but they're not really bold enough to really show this new way like Vonza is trying to do. They sit trying to talk about all these broken integrations type of situations, but you shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
So imagine somebody, you want to, you're trying to do a program. Oh, how many email subscribers we have over there? Somebody got to log into that password. Oh, what's the password for the funnels? Oh, what's the password for the Shopify? You don't have to do that anymore. Multiple platform, multiple passwords. All you need is just Vonza to help you run your business in one simple and powerful place.
So this is suitable for both service-based businesses and product-based businesses.
Yes.
So it's like Kajabi meets Shopify.
Exactly. But we think
Shopify, you can have like, let's say your shopping cart on there.
Yeah, you can have physical product. But we think Kajabi might try to copy Vonza soon. Because as of right now, you cannot run a physical store on Kajabi.
Right.
But you can run a physical store on Vonza.
Dang, I wouldn't have told the people that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kept that one under the chest.
Donnie, I almost threw my phone at my computer to Donnie the other day. She was recommending Kajabi. Donnie, come on! Haven't you heard about Vonza? It's a new way to do business online.
I love it. And you black.
I'm black.
And you're
Exactly.
Black.
Exactly. And we have to rep the culture as well.
Gotcha.
And let me tell you something cool too. Let me not forget this. This is the very first place I'm saying it. This is something else we're doing now. We're starting a bank sometime soon.
Vonza is, or just your
I'm still kind of trying to figure out which way to do it, but some kind of bank. Because Shopify, they are blowing up right now. But what people don't know is that their big revenue is not from what people pay for the stores. Shopify controls the financials, the merchant processor. So Shopify is pretty much a bank. But people don't know that. That's where their money coming from. But also because of the pain I suffered from people don't wanting to give me loan for my business. So, and it's a very good profit business as well. So that's the next thing I'm doing right now. I'm putting things together to have a online bank, digital bank, but mostly in the area of lending to give entrepreneurs opportunity to have funds to run their business that I never had.
I never thought about Shopify as a bank before. I think that's powerful.
Oh.
Just last night, I got a...
That's where they make most of their money. People don't know that.
Yeah, I was thinking, but I knew, but not considered them a bank, right?
Yeah,
Just last night, I got a notification from Stripe telling me that I've been pre-approved for a loan. Just come in here and get the money. I'm like, I didn't...
Let's get the money. Let's go grab something to eat, man. Did you get it?
Dumb starving.
Just go on Stripe.
Definitely not paying like their 19% interest to take you to lunch.
Exactly. So that's probably the opportunity I see as well, right? Because Stripe is 19%. Some other ones are 25%. I've seen 30%.
Yeah.
So, but this is part of the thing. And this is one of the things I hope that the viewers get out of this, right? There are a lot of ways America is a country of opportunities. There are a lot of ways to make money. You just got to see it and know what those ways are. They also reached out to me too, Stripe, right? Because we use Stripe as well. So when I saw that they give you a $100K loan, they're getting like $20,000 in 12 months. I'm like, man, I want to have a bank too.
Right.
So, I want to loan money too because there's a lot of financial opportunity there to have in a bank.
Have you played the bank before? Do you loan money now? Like, are you invested in any other businesses or entrepreneurs?
Yeah, I'm an angel investor in some businesses.
Can you tell me about it? Some
are in Africa, but some are more like tech businesses. But like small level.
Gotcha.
But
how much you put in? Just give me. You don't have to tell me the company, but how much you put
25, 50.
So 25, 50,000, something like that. What equity did you get from the company?
1.5, 30%.
30%. Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
Were they starting out or they had revenue already?
They're doing well. But as an angel investor, I only make my money back when it sells or when it gets more funding at a higher valuation. So that's the play.
Hold on. You get your money back when they sell or when they
raise more money at a higher valuation. So
you get a payout for that.
That's when I get a payout. And it could be 5 to 7 year play.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's the angel investor route. But the route I'm going now is to be a bank where I loan you money with interest.
And start collecting repayment immediately.
Immediately. Yeah. Okay. You guys should become investors in this.
I want to be in the bank?
Yeah, in the bank. Let's start a bank. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, I got a couple of hours on me.
I'm like, somebody see my purse over there. It's a Louis Vuitton clutch, Javon.
How much is it going to cost?
How much can I get for the clutch itself?
See,
that's what I got. That's what I got on it.
This is how to do it, right? It's like it's an elephant, right? It's a bite at a time. Mm-hmm. When I was going to start a university, I was told I needed $5 million, but I did not. I started with like about $100K. Car dealership, everything I've done is just about knowing the first steps and the right steps. There's the expensive way to do things, and there's the cheap way to do things, so to speak. So I always just know how to start small and just grow from there.
Yo, Uyi.
Starting a bank we can start a bank with even $20,000. Imagine you loan $1,000 to somebody a lot of people looking for loan.
Yeah.
That have jobs. They just need $1,000 to pay their bill, right? And then you are able to do a 20% and they pay back in 3 months. So in 3 months, your $1,000 loan just made $200 profit and you didn't even do a thing.
Yeah.
It's like, can you be an angel and an investor in me investing in our bank? Just give me, I just need a little something.
Just a little something.
You got some money. You guys got some money.
I mean, bank investment money though, might.
Yeah, but you see, it's
just
buy
your books.
But you see, just like in accreditation, right? It's not that hard to start a bank. For example, have you ever gotten a credit card from like Macy's or any of the store, right?
Way back in the day.
Okay. Do you know that if you get a Macy's credit card, the credit card is not issued by Macy's. It's issued by American Express. Mm-hmm. So credit card companies will literally issue a credit card for your bank, but it's powered by them. Mm-hmm. So there are different games around this thing.
We're going to start a bank, man.
No, look,
let's start a bank.
Uyi is dropping so many gems. Many gems. I know that the conversation feels really high level because we're talking about universities, we're talking about banks, but you're saying a lot. The first major gem was you turn pain into profit, right? Yeah. The second one is you don't have to try to digest the whole elephant. Just take a bite, right? You said start small. Yeah. I'm paraphrasing what you said, making it, me. But what you said was start small. It doesn't have to be an elephant. Start small. It doesn't have to be an elephant. And I'm saying that again for people who are listening because so many of us are trying to focus on starting businesses where we are going from A to Z.
Yeah.
When really all we got to do is be focused on A to B.
Exactly.
Just start small, start making money in that small space, take that money and go to A to D. Yeah. Start making money in that space until you get the elephant.
That's a fact.
Very, very true, because the business you start with is not always the one you end with.
Facts.
I didn't start doing Vonza 10 years ago. I started with little things, taxes, this and that and the other, until doing what I really want to do with my life. Mm-hmm. So that's something for somebody out there that you just need to start small. Figure out a way to start with the least, what they call MVP, the minimum viable product, the minimum viable you need to do, right?
Gotcha.
So that's what it takes, Like even with the bank, for example, the first part is probably like lending, So I don't want to kind of go too much about it, but it's not that difficult. Mm-hmm. And maybe somebody, you can start a bank, you can start a college, you can start a software company,
Yeah, that's
and in our culture, right? Because this is one of my passion, though. What my passion is this. When you look at how many Black billionaires are in the world, very few.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're up to 10 Black billionaires, right? Mm-hmm. But how many billionaires in other cultures? And how are they making their money? Technology, software, stocks, right? But in our community, right, we always feel like to be a millionaire, you have to be a baller, basketball, football, and stuff like that. We need more African Americans in technology and software. I think like 3 days ago, Stripe just got valued at, they're now the most valuable startup in America at $95 billion. Started by two 18, I think they were 17 and 18 Irish guys at the time, right? So when are Black people going to start happening? Banks, that's where the money is. Banks, pawn shops,
Pawn shops are where the money is?
Yeah. Your Rolex right there. Somebody's going to come pawn it for like $1,000.
I'm never pawning this.
No. But
somebody will come in.
Will come and say, okay, I need money. I need to pay my rent or whatever. Can I get $1,000? They put that Rolex down and they never come back for it. And that might be a $20,000 Rolex and you only gave $1,000 out for it. And now you're making $20,000. But how many Black-owned pawn shops is out there in the market, right? So we need to start
about that.
We need to start thinking bigger in our community, right? Not just this small money type stuff. We need to start thinking bigger because there are bigger plays out there.
Yo, I never thought about how important a pawn shop is, and I feel like we could make a cool.
We can
pawn
start
shop.
some. We can start like a cool we can start really small. We can take that corner over there. And just, come and talk to us. Let us see what you have. We'll loan you. I'm very serious.
Meet me here.
I'll meet you here. We'll do the deal. Come back. You got your business handled. Don't come back. Sorry for your luck.
And then we're going to sell it.
And then we're going to resell the $25,000 Rolex that we paid one for $18,000.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah. So first off, this is an amazing interview. Oh, let me ask you. You got any discount codes or anything like that for our guests?
Yes.
Social proof? Can we make it social proof?
Sure.
I don't know what discount code is going to be, but let me ask you this. You do affiliates?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, cool. So do me a favor, y'all. There will be a link in the bio. If you want to try it out, use the affiliate, okay? You know what it does? One, it allows you to get what you need. You're going to use the promo code social proof.
Social proof,
right? And you get to support your favorite podcast because that's how affiliates work. I'm just going to start telling people that up front, try the product because you get to support your favorite podcast.
Yeah.
That's cool, right?
That's how we pay the bills around here.
That's how we pay the bills. You get to watch
and we need to support Black-owned businesses.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay, so real quick, who's perfect? Who is Vonza perfect for?
Vonza is perfect for a coach or a course creator. We like to call it multi-passion entrepreneur. That's what it's really perfect for. That means the one that do coaching, sell a book, sell a product, or have multiple things going on, just like I am, is really superbly perfect for. Or an entrepreneur that likes simplicity in their business. You don't want to be all over the place. You want to have one dashboard, one login, one password to run your entire business. Could be 6 or 7 figures. Vonza is perfect for you. If you like complications or you have a team, you can still use Vonza. I mean, we have several tools you might need, but to use all of the essence of what Vonza does for you, it's usually that solopreneur, coach, course creator, entrepreneur, and those who like simplicity in their business.
Perfect. I love it. We gotta do some. We gotta pay some bills right now. We gotta do a commercial, okay? But we're gonna close it out. I need you to think of something deep, okay? To close this interview out. Got to be super powerful. But we're going to do a quick commercial.
No pressure.
Right? No pressure. But, okay. So this episode is sponsored, as always, by The Morning Meetup, themorningmeetup.com. There's a problem that you're having. You have no community, and everybody around you is negative. No one around you has been successful. You're having a hard time finding people that are on the same path as you, and you're looking for a coach, but you can't afford $1,500, $2,500, $5,000 for a coach. I get it. I understand. If you can, I would definitely advise doing it. If you have, because that's the best way to make money is to invest, right?
Absolutely.
But if you don't,
start where you are.
Start where you are. I'm on a call every single morning and I'm coaching hundreds hundreds of entrepreneurs every single morning at themorningmeetup.com. We have a theme for the month, whatever the theme is going to be. Each call throughout the week will support that theme. And actually, we have Donnie Wiggins on there every now and again. And she'll, we go through Q&A, right? Yep. And some people have come to the morning meetup, meet Donnie, say, yo, I ain't know if I wanted to invest in Donnie's program, but I heard you on the morning meetup. You answer my question flawlessly. Now I want to build a deeper relationship with you. And that happens, right?
All the time.
Because she's the best coach in the world. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm second best. So go to themorningmeetup.com. Okay, we have a book club. We're reading a book every single month. We're constantly reading. Did you know that, first off, how many books have you read cover to cover this year so far?
Maybe like 10.
2021?
Audio or actual
I'm still
books?
old school, the actual book. Yeah.
Dang, you read a lot.
Yeah, I do.
All right, cool. Disregard that answer. How many you read cover to cover, honestly, this year?
4.
All right, these are like high-level winners. But most people haven't, okay? I honestly, last year, how many books did you read last year?
Maybe 30 minimum.
Heck on it. What about you last year? Cover to cover.
Yeah, I complete books. I read like a book every 6 weeks. So maybe about 30-ish.
Y'all know how many I read cover to cover last year? 0.
Wow.
Absolutely none.
We talked about that before, though.
I don't finish books.
But now that you are finishing books.
We've read 5 books. 5 books this year alone. Not only me, but the whole community. And we talk about it every single morning from 8 to 8:15. We talk about the chapter that we read because we're reading a chapter a day. And it's really, really amazing. And then we get into the call from 8:15 to 9, whatever the topic's going to be. So join our book club. Join our most amazing program. At themorningmeetup.com. Hold on. I got to do yours because I don't know my number.
While you're doing that, I think it's so amazing, like problem into profit.
Yeah.
You didn't read books.
That's a fact.
You've literally monetized your own accountability to reading books.
That's a fact. Didn't think about that. It's a genius of me. Do me a favor. Send me a text message, okay? If you got any questions about the morning meetup, just send me a text message. 404-737-4935. Congratulations to all the 541 people that we have in our community group. I do text back. I be texting back. You text me, I'm texting. And sometimes I'll do like audio message. I'll let you know when the podcast is released, stuff like that. But 404-737-4935. Just text Meetup if you're interested. And just for this episode, because you're special.
Yeah.
I'm giving them $1 trial. Just $1. You can try it out for $1 for 7 days. Okay, that's what you call opportunity. Donnie.
Yes.
That was a long commercial. Wasn't it?
That was a super long commercial. You guys, thanks for still being here because this episode...
I bigged you up in the beginning of it, though.
This episode is also brought to you by Donnie Wiggins and Post to Paid. Post to Paid is a text.
Post to Paid.
Okay. Post to Paid is the only text community. I'm confident in saying it's the only text community. I don't think anybody is doing this, where I help solve the problem that many entrepreneurs have of figuring out how to sell organically on social through telling captivating stories, figuring out what to post, what to say in your caption, and how to increase your engagement, how to increase your sales. Like, I literally text you from this phone right here, 3 posts a day, so you know exactly what to post on your social media page. And I do that for like $1.23 a day. $1.23 a day. So all you have to do to enroll in that is text me at 404-737-2767. And this podcast is also brought to you by my university.
Long commercials like me.
By my university, Six Figure EDU. You guys, we have one of the dopest communities for coaches and consultants out there. Like, I stand on that. I'll go up against any other person's program because we are so dope within that community. I have a bunch of dope students, but it is to fully develop entrepreneurs who want to go into the information space. Coaches, consultants, course creators, all that good stuff. I help to develop you from scratch. And in order to talk to me about whether you're a good fit for that program, just go to www.sixfigureedu.com. All done.
Yeah. All right. So, first off, what do you think about our programs?
I think it's awesome. I'm in your your community group, but maybe I need to get in on yours too.
Maybe
I
you
get your
should.
texts every
Are they
time.
amazing?
They're amazing. Yeah.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
All right. See, just text me.
You need to text me.
Yeah, I will.
I'm trying to take my text.
You need to text me. No, we
Still my
both.
community member?
Yeah. No, share your community member.
Yeah.
We're trying to
I like that.
We're trying to 2x the result.
2x.
Absolutely. So do me a favor, man. Let everybody know how they can find you, how they can connect with you.
So I'm on Instagram, Uyi Abraham, or better still, if you just go to Vonza.com.
Abraham?
Yeah, Uyi, UYI, first name, last name, Abraham. Or just go to Vonza.com, VONZA.com. On the About Us page, you're going to see my social media handles there as well. So also too, if you want to, you have a knowledge to share, you want to sell a course, use Vonza for your courses, e-commerce. Like 3 of our most popular tools are courses, e-commerce, and website. So you want to sell a course or e-commerce or website, come to Vonza and beyond too.
I love it. All right, man. Listen, one, we want to say thank you for coming.
For sure.
This has been really, really cool, really inspiring. And I realize how lazy we are as a nation.
Yes.
Because we just don't see the opportunity the way somebody who comes from Nigeria sees it. Like, oh my gosh, it's everywhere, right? But we have so many excuses because it's always been everywhere, right? So the everywhere doesn't look like opportunity, but to somebody else, it's like, oh my goodness. So thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me too.
Oh, absolutely. So we need you to close this out with something strong, man. Give us a word.
Yeah, I think I just want to encourage somebody out there to not stop. Don't give up no matter what comes against you. You know, I failed in many businesses until I made my first $100,000. And also to just look out for opportunities. Look at your pain. Turn your pain into your profit, into your opportunity, you know. And this is a land of opportunities as well. So don't let nothing stop you back. Money never stops anybody. If it did, it would have stopped me. I came to America with only $100 and a suitcase of clothes. There's no shortage of money out there, just shortage of ideas and shortage of passion. When you have that passion, you have that dream, you work hard, and you have God's favor on your life, you will always do well. So God's going to put everything in your path that you would need to take it to your next level. So one more thing that I really want to encourage more tech entrepreneurs in the African-American culture. We can't just let the white boys run the whole thing with billions and billions of dollars, and we're still talking about 7 figures. And guys are talking about, you know, I don't know how many figures is in $1 billion. Who knows?
10.
And I think Donnie knows, right? It's 10? 10, right? Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. Guys are talking about 12 figures, right? Yeah, 11 figures, right? So we need to, you know, be more in tech and software and technology and online business. That's the future. So, you know, thank you for having me today.
Can't close it out no better than that, man. Donnie, you want to close it out with the whole social proof? Go get you some social proof, do something, then close.
Yeah. So you guys, we want to have you in this hot seat one of these days. This is the spot. Like literally entrepreneurs are coming to have conversations with us, delivering impact, putting new ideas out there like Vonza. Many of you have never heard about this before today, but because Uyi has social proof.
Yo, hold on. Where's that from? Because I don't think it's
Isn't it Trace? Uyi. Dun, 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 dun,
You don't remember? Like,
it's
you never heard
somebody's
that before?
ad lib.
Uyi.
Who does the ad lib?
Who is it? All right.
So
You're
anyway,
gonna remember your name. We just put a jingle to it.
you guys go out there and do something great. Start right where you are. Start small and build your way up to the elephant. Go get you some social proof, and we are out.
There it is.
What if I told you for $1, I will introduce you to hundreds of entrepreneurs every single morning this week? From all across the country, you'll be able to talk to hundreds of entrepreneurs, and I'll coach you. I'll coach you for $1 this whole week, and I'll introduce you to some of my successful friends for $1 this week. Would you take part in that? Well, go to themorningmeetup.com because that's exactly what we're doing here, okay? The only organization that gathers entrepreneurs every single day for the betterment of entrepreneurship, okay? Every single day, Monday through Friday, we gather, we're growing, we're learning. We got a book club. Have you ever seen hundreds of entrepreneurs reading the same book every single chapter, every single day? We're growing together, okay? You need the environment to grow in. Themorningmeetup.com, $1. I'm gonna give you all of this for $1. If you wanna stay,
great. It's $79 a month after that. If not, no obligation. You can leave whenever you want. All right, themorningmeetup.com. I'll see you in the morning.